Vassiliki and Kostis got married in 2008, but it was only about a year ago they had their first child. She holds a managerial post in a private educational organisation. He is a civil engineer, a profession severely hit by Greece's financial crisis. They are obviously very happy together, so we asked them why it took them so long to start a family.
When we got married, Greece seemed to be at its peak and my wife had good prospects for promotion, which indeed happened later. I'm a civil engineer, so I was in a sector that was flourishing in Greece until that year. Generally speaking, there was a euphoria at the start of 2008, but that began to fade out. I
was at a very good stage professionally and expecting a promotion. It was around then that what we call the Greek crisis started. Also, having a first child is not always easy, so it was a bit of everything, I think.
Declining fertility rates is a trend that has been evident in Greece for the past 30 years, made, however, more obvious after the crisis erupted. Such pictures as these are becoming rarer, as women in Greece are no longer that eager to have children.
Most women now have children after the age of 33. This leads to a more difficult pregnancy and to a lower number of children. Having a second or third child right now is a burden on the family.
The question is, why is this happening in a country that has long held the family as a high value? According to sociologist Stamatis Venitas, cost is the main reason.
In Greece, we're not having children because the cost of both delivery and bringing them up is huge. In order for young people to afford this, they need a lot of time, as they want to have job security, a decent income, so that they can be sure that they can meet the needs of raising a child.
The Greek fertility rate is one of the lowest worldwide. Statistics show that the average woman in Greece gives birth to 1.3 children, way below the 2.1 needed for a nation to renew its population. But this, combined with the increase of life expectancy, is steadily turning Greece into a nation of the old. Statistical projections show that by 2050, the 65-plus age group will be double than what it was in the year 2000. Representing over 32% of the Greek population. Trying to face the fact that the pension system is way beyond its viability limits, the Greek government recently passed a new reform bill. Among other changes, pensions were cut once more, while complementary allowances for low pensions were abolished. Gerasimus can't help but feeling betrayed. Although he worked for more than 40 years, he is receiving peanuts for a pension.
We've been sent right to the poverty line. Pensions were cut 12 times, and now they're to be reduced again. With all those reductions, I'm now receiving €453 a month. We've cut back on most of our habits. We live day by day.
Having to cope with a shrinking number of people of working age and a soaring unemployment, Greece's pension system is under grave pressure. According to this university professor, who specialises in financial demography, prolonging working life could provide some relief.
At the moment, there are no changes that could, from a demographic point of view, imminently help relieve the pressure on the pension system. What could be done is to undertake reforms in the labour market, possibly by extending working life, or by including people and grey economy jobs that don't currently contribute to the pension scheme.
While ageing Greece is struggling to find a path to growth, its creative minds also face a cruel reality. The chances of finding a job matching their level of studies are rare. Such is the case with Maria and Harris. They're finishing their postgraduate studies next year, but having already spent some time abroad, they're looking for the chance to leave.
Greece is a very beautiful country. However, Greece at the moment could be destructive for young people. It doesn't provide any prospects, any future. Everything here is a blur.
It's very difficult for a young person to start off with a monthly wage of up to €500 and to build a career.
Back to Vassiliki and Kostis' place, Vassiliki's mother has come to help with Celia. Grandmothers are a sanctified figure of the Greek family for their help. Still, our couple seems sceptical towards gifting Celia with a sibling.
Having a child is what people aspire to. They think, OK, I'll make it, or I understand that I'll have to make some sacrifices to raise my child. But when you have 2 children, things start to get tougher, even for practical reasons.
It's difficult enough to work if you're a mum. It's even more difficult to work in 2016 Greece. Daily working hours are definitely more than 8 if you want a decent wage that will allow you to offer as much as possible to your child.